no excuses education. And it's important to remind people what no excuses meant, because it's been, kind of done dirt over the years. No excuses meant no excuses for adults. In other words, children don't fail. We as adults fail the children. So you just described it quite well. I mean, yet, high standards for behavior, for academics, uniforms, et cetera. And these schools were wildly successful. They were imitated all over. Places like Uncommon Schools, Achievement First, Success Academy in New York City borrowed a lot of the ideas from No Excuses Education, which, by the way, itself borrowed from broken windows policing. This idea that if you sweat the small stuff, the big stuff takes care of itself. And to your point, John, they were not just successful; they were incredibly successful. There's an outfit out of Stanford University called Credo. I can't remember what it stands for, but they have done studies over the years of these schools, and they have showed that compared to the district schools that the kids would have attended otherwise, they were functionally adding dozens of instructional days per year, like 40, 50 more days of instruction in English, 80 more days of instruction in math, just extraordinary results. And then, as I describe in the piece, they were kind of attacked from within. They were perceived as white supremacists, as imposing cultural norms that were inappropriate for Black and brown children. And this, while those of us, on the political right have been discussing DEI and, critical race theory in the last couple of years, these conversations have been going on for a decade or more in these schools. And so, they ended up falling apart from within. The author of the book that I'm reviewing, The Lost Decade, Stephen Wilson, he pushed back against some of these notions that, things like punctuality and respect for the written word are not, white characteristics. It is a impassioned plea to get back to what we knew was working and what we could demonstrate was working.